Black opens with high, classic book move that everyone uses. Black hits back with high with three eyes, still a book move. Adding that extra eye doesn't change anything. White plays I'm looking for a true friend, IDC about gender. No one is looking for a friend on Omegle when it was still alive. 90% of the users were old creepy men with their wrinkly pickle out. An obvious inaccuracy. Black replies with, honestly, same. So how are you? Question mark. Maybe a small portion might actually mean that, but still an inaccuracy. White responds with, I'm fine. You M or F, BTW. There it is, M or F, short for I'm too scared to talk to women IRL, so I look for them online. Blunder, I'm also afraid of women. Black hits back with M, force move. We'll see if White's opening isn't a lot. White has disconnected. I'm not even surprised that he resigned after seeing that wiener indicator. White starts with high, book move. Black responds with high also, just mirroring White. Another book move. White hits with are you a F? Question mark. You're gonna see a lot of these in this video. I'm guessing it's a book move on Omegle standards. Black replies with IDK. Best move. Don't give an inch to these gooners, not even a sniff of any personal details. White shoots with can I see your boobs? Blunder. Asking to see melons on Omegle is just side. You know that move will never work, right? But he still tried it. Black responds with yes. White replies with K. White is hurt. After seeing that yes, he instantly became rock hard and gained half an inch, and sees he's getting played. It probably retracted like a belly button. Mistake. Boob icons in digits anyway. Absolute cinema. What a brilliant move. The assy defense. He did give him what he wanted, technically. Someone report his account for smurfing. White doubles down. Real ones? I don't even know how people this dense are still alive. IQ of a sea cucumber. Another mistake. Black shoots him with, those are as real as your chances of getting a GF. Black is pretty good at roasts, almost as good as me. That is a brutal checkmate, bringing White back to reality. This is why matchmaking ELO is important. White opens with, wanna trade girls as nudes? What did I just read? Starting with a felony is just scary. I don't know if I want to continue this match. Blunder. Black responds with, it depends. What do you mean it depends? Brother, you should have immediately resigned and reported. What is this, the Epstein and Sean Combs duo? Mistake. White replies with, on what? Question mark. Of course, this degenerate is curious and would probably convict himself more with details for his crime. Inaccuracy. Black hits back with, are they under 18? Question mark. Oh god, I don't like where this is going, but a really risky gambit. This will make White A. out himself as a predator, B. resign, or C. show a little decency, which I doubt. Nonetheless, brilliant. White shoots with some. White just admitted to possession of illegal material to a complete stranger on the internet. Lock this man up and throw away the key. Genuinely a criminal move. Black cleans up with, hi, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. Black just revealed that they were running a sting operation this entire time. White got completely outplayed and probably needs a lawyer now. Although I don't know how much good that'll do him. Brilliant move. White starts with F, book move. Everyone knows that women aren't real. Yes, everyone knows. You and me, we all know. Black responds with M, another book move. After someone reveals their tools on this site, you have to do it also. White hits with F24, good move, developing the pieces further. Black replies with 26, which is a classic good move, just mirroring White at this point. I hope they play some riskier moves. White plays, hey there. Might be a high elo match, playing safe moves so far, just developing more pieces, another good move. Black also plays high, which is boring as hell, but still a safe good move. White shoots with, from Michigan, can I ask you something? Zzz, question mark. Inaccuracy, revealing your location, and some things? Really? Black hits back with, yeah, sure, which is the best move you can make. Hopefully it isn't something bad. Right? White plays, what's your rooster size? Question mark. That's a bit too much. Too aggressive, but it could work. A risky gambit, asking for that inch and girth specification. Mistake. Black shoots back with, you're a bot, aren't you? Great move. Nobody will ever ask you that question, and nobody will ever be female unless they're a bot or a scammer. Black has common sense and knows nobody wants to see his eggplant. White responds with, lol, wanna procreate with me, question mark. Blunder, the bot kept going after being exposed. Definitely needs improvement way before ChatGPT. Black hits back with, I have committed war crimes in Rwanda. Excellent move. Saw an opening and went in deeper to check if it's really a robot. I have also committed war crimes, if you know what I mean. White closes with, awesome, then some shady owl link. I could share some pictures with you. Just message me here, okay? Black resigned after confirming they were against a bot, which is good. He didn't fall for this low-tier bait. Oh great, they both like Pokemon, which I doubt. One of these probably just wants to flash their Pokeballs. White starts with M, book move on Omegle standard. Black responds with hi, book move again, sometimes less is more. Black follows up with F, Omegle book move, just mirroring each other like usual. White shoots again with what's your fave Pokemon game? A really good question. Excellent move. I don't know about you, but it's Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver for me anyway. Black closes with pulls out my huge wiener, sun and moon. There it is, the Pokeballs. Jesus Christ, you could have had good conversation about Pokemon, but tried to sneak in that Gooner move. Blunder. White opens the game with, hi, book move. Boring and dry, but it works most of the time. Black goes with, big tits, question mark. Oh god, why are people like this? Even if you somehow hit gold and get someone to willingly send you some, you can't even send images on Omegle. Inaccuracy. White hits with, yeah. Oh, it might have worked, or White is setting up a devious trap, probably the latter. But this is a good move, could result in a lot of scenarios. Black sniffs blood and replies with, what size, question mark. This is what Black has dreamed of. He'll finally see some melons for once in his miserable life. Not that I have seen one. Forced move. White shoots with, huge. Best move, stringing Black along, making this Gooner foam at the mouth, imagining White's huge water balloons. Black doubles down with, you happy with them, question mark. What type of question is that? If White was interested in showing them, it's like a very minuscule chance. This would have fumbled it. Whist win. White hits with, not really. Good move, pulling Black deeper into this trap or whatever it is. Black bites with, why not, question mark. He just put his foot down on a bear trap willingly and is about to get hit with the most devious move, or just get ghosted. Blunder. White closes with, I'm a guy. Gooner down. I repeat, Gooner down. Absolute cinema. This deserves the trophy move. The thoughts of a guy with big melons probably deflated Black's pinky, and now he's crying. Black resigned after this massacre. White starts a match with M. Again, book move. Black replies with F. Another book move. White hits with age, question mark. Almost a book move, but considering a solid move. Always asking age first is the best thing you can do when talking to strangers. Black responds with 18. Good move, the age you need to be when using Omegle. Black hits back with horny, question mark. Too fast and too hard. White saw F18 and got bricked. Inaccuracy. Black somehow responds with yes. White might be cooking. Maybe. I'm not too familiar with his game. We'll see. Good move. White doubles down with, wanna goon with me on Snap? He did see an opening and went in hard. Might be too unhinged though, will scare most of the Huzz 100%. Best move for this scenario. I'm not saying to use this though, because it will not work with you. Black shoots back with, like that's ever gonna happen. Shrek 2001. My god, the Shrek defense. I almost shed a tear on this absolute ogre of a defense. Brilliant. White closes with, FFS. I've never been blue-balled by a Shrek quote before. With this gap in elo, White realizes he's no match and simply resigned. White opens with, wanna see my pinky, question mark. Filthy blunder. He could be asking about anything, height, weight, favorite movie, but we all know where this Gooner's mind went first. Black counters with, how big, question mark. Instead of disconnecting like a normal person, Black decides to play along. Either she's setting up a nasty trap or is also a goonette. Good move. Black follows up with M or F, question mark. Black realizes he needs intel before deploying his sausage. Good strategy. Gotta know your target enemy before whipping out the measurements. Best move. Black reveals F. Forced move. She just revealed she's a female. a signal for White to continue his gambit. White delivers 6.5 IN. Honest measurements. This Gooner had integrity in his degeneracy. I'll respect the commitment to transparency. He could have lied and said he had a 14-incher. Excellent move. Black shoots back with pathetic, mine's 11. Perfect parry, almost doubles White's pencil. Well, it's not that small. I mean, 6 inches is huge, actually. It's massive. It might be too big, even. 3 is big enough, right? It probably has a good personality. Anyway, with this, Black wins by checkmate. White opens with, hey. White's playing it safe with the most vanilla opener in the Omegle playbook. Black responds with, hi. Mirror defense, matching White's energy perfectly, both players showing textbook opening. White replies with, what's up? Finally, a normal third message. I was so used to M/F or cucumber-sized questions at the start of the game. Finally, a normal match, surely. Good move. Black delivers, my LOL. This Gooner couldn't handle basic small talk for more than 10 seconds before revealing his horniness. I swear to God, I can't do this shit anymore. I don't want more Gooners. Mistake. Black responds with, so nothing much. Perfect counter. God damn. Great move. Destroying Black's elo and self-confidence, which they do deserve. Black disconnected. Probably rage quit. White opens with M 8-inch. White just skipped hello and went straight to announcing his wiener specs, which is always going to be a Gooner opening and would never ever work, and I would call that a mistake. Black counters with F 11 inches. Another classic defense, I have a joystick too. Repels most Gooners 98% of the time. Doesn't repel me though. Best move. White responds with, aw, you beat me, sad face emoji. White just accepted this woman has a bigger pecker than him without questioning it. His brain is so gooned out he forgot how human bodies work. Blunder. Black delivers, yep, pathetic, now turn around. Black just told this man to bend over. Christ. This is what happens when a Gooner means a higher elo Goonette. Absolute destruction and brilliant. White opens with, okay, so here's a magic trick. Finally, a non-boring, non-Gooner opening. A bit basic, but I'll take it. Good move. If you want to see a magic trick, hit that like and subscribe button and join the Discord down in the description. Thank you. Anywho, White follows up with, close your eyes. Setting up his joke or pickup line. I'm actually interested in what he's cooking up. Good move. Black responds with, okay. Best move. Playing along and actually playing the match. That's kind of rare nowadays. White asks, are they closed? ? Oh, I just realized White is kind of stupid. How would they read this with their eyes closed? What an idiot. Inaccuracy. White panics with, mate. White's starting to realize Black might not be responding and has his eyes closed. No shit, Sherlock. Mistake. White pleads with, come on. Now White's begging for a response. The magic trick is falling apart faster than my parents' marriage. White closes with, frick. White just realized Black probably left after closing their eyes, or the eyes are just still closed. Stalemate. No one is moving. Who knows when Black will open their eyes again and continue this match. White starts with, I hate my life. Trauma dumping as an opening is wild, but it's an interesting opening if you have the right opponent. Good move. Black responds with, no you don't, and you hate your life right now. Well, if you look at that, there's still good in this world. He's using the therapist defense, which will work really well or end up worsening White's mental state. Best move. White hits with, I'm 22, work in fast food, and will probably never do anything better. 22 at fast food is, a lot of people are unemployed and don't have a job. White follows up with, my coworkers make fun of me all day. White's listing every single problem in their life. I relate to White, anyway. Black offers, learn the ways of the honey badger. Not sure how honey badger tactics help with McDonald's drama, but okay. Mistake. White responds with, and if I told my boss, he would probably cut my already shit pay. More trauma dumping, but as long as Black keeps responding, he's gonna keep dumping. Good move. Black responds with, that is illegal. Yeah, no shit, but what more can you say to someone dumping all their problems on you? Forced move. White says, cause he's a cheap bastard. Friend is mentally, I'm not gonna read the rest of it. This is just a shocking move. No one saw this one coming. Mistake. Black responds with, that makes you a wonderful friend, smiley face. Black is very wholesome. We all need someone like Black in our life. Kinda sweet how he turned that into something positive. Great move. White explains, and all we ever do together is stupid shit. I can't leave my hometown because I never learned how to drive. Plus, every time I try, I fail my driver's test. More trauma dumping, but having no license at 22 is kinda wild. This kinda sounds eerily familiar. Maybe my brain is melting from these Omegle messages. Inaccuracy, anyway. Black suggests driver's ed, bro. Plus, shit works. Black's actually giving solid advice here instead of more honey badger wisdom. Sometimes the simple answer is the best one. Best move. White hits with, and you know what the worst part is? Question mark, sad face. Oh god, more trauma dump incoming. I'm kinda getting depressed on White's situation. Good move. Black responds with, you're so lost in self-pity you can't accept when anything good happens to you? Question mark. Damn, is Black a psychologist? That's a whole ass psychological analysis. He is spot on though. Sounds exactly like my therapist. Great move. White shoots with, I live in a pineapple under the sea. God damn it, why didn't I see this coming? Fast food worker, cheap boss, that one friend, and bad at driving. It's SpongeBob, absolute masterclass of a setup. Brilliant move. Black resigns with, God damn it. Black just realized they give serious life advice to someone trolling with Nickelodeon references. White says, Jesus, did you give yourself that haircut? Question mark. What an aggressive opening. I think he looks like a dapper gentleman, but he does need a fresh haircut. Good move. White doubles down with, looks horrible. We get it. You hate his hairstyle. No need to repeat it. You made sure he knew by the first move. Mistake. Black responds with, smiley face. Morning hairstyle. Black is just a chill guy. Just trying to be positive after being told his haircut is ass by an Omegle huzz. Excellent move. White continues with, you can't expect to pick up chicks like that. White's now giving unsolicited romantic guidance while still being a complete asshole about it. Blunder. Black responds with, smiley face. I do not do that with this hair. You can be sure, smiley face. Double smiley face defense. Black's maintaining perfect positivity while parrying. He's not trying to impress anyone. This man is emotionally bulletproof. Great move. White deploys, no offense, but you seriously look like a you know. White just dropped a homophobic slur after saying no offense. That's like punching someone and saying, it's just a prank, littlest bro. Outrageous move. Black responds with, smiley face, like on every morning. Black just responded to a slur with an even bigger smile and casual conversation. This man's mental armor is impenetrable. We should all be like Black, just positive and happy. Brilliant move. White opens with, hi. As usual, generic. Book move. Black responds with, hey. Boring openings, but a lot better than the Gooner ones. Book move. White hits with, wanna see my tits. Could be another trap, but they have their camera on. Could be real or just a nasty setup. Excellent move, carrot on the stick. Black responds with, yeah. Of course he'll say yeah. Took the bait faster than a starving fish. This Gooner's critical thinking went out the window the second he heard tits. White sets up with, can you help me out first? Question mark. Nothing's free in the horny economy. Black's about to learn that lesson. He might get scammed, money-wise, or his dignity is about to get robbed. Best move. Black agrees, sure, what is it? Question mark. Black is so desperate, he's agreeing to mystery conditions. This man would probably sign his soul away just for a peek at the Twin Mountains. Inaccuracy. White shoots with, you sexy. He's already hooked. You don't have to do this unless you're genuinely into Black. In that case, a good move. Black responds with, thanks. He probably thinks he hit the jackpot, about to see some melons and being complimented. Brother is on cloud 9. Good move. Black hits with, and I got a shoe fetish. Oh, I know where this is going. Please don't do this to White. I heard of a feet fetish, but a shoe fetish? This can't be real. Right? White responds with, okay. He doesn't care about anything at this point. He just has 2 goals in his mind, and he thinks he's gonna get them. Forced move. Black closes with, can you lick your shoe looking all sexy like? Lick it. Oh yeah. This is just depressing. All his dignity and self-respect is gone. He got baited hard. If I was him, I'd just leave the internet and go live with some bears. Massive blunder. White opens with, do you know roleplay? Question mark. Multiple question marks. I'm not even gonna count. Someone tell me in the comments. This Gooner's excitement is through the roof. Someone's been waiting their whole life for this moment. Black responds with, yeah. Me personally, I would disconnect instantly. I don't do roleplay. Ever. Or do I? Miss. White asks, can we do one? Question mark. White's being polite about his degeneracy at least. Best move. Black agrees, okay, I'm gonna be your dad. Bro, what am I reading? Dad roleplay? I'd rather gouge my own eyes out than read the rest of the match. Unfortunately, I have to read it. Someone help me. Inaccuracy. Black doubles down with, I'm gonna go grab the milk, and he disconnected. I'm sorry, Black, I was not familiar with your game, and I treated you way too harshly because this is absolute cinema. Black disconnecting after grabbing the milk is just chef's kiss. Checkmate. If you don't want your dad to leave you, join the Discord down in the description, and of course, subscribe.